Hi guys, it's Justine, but you can call me Blondie, and today's video is going to be my first day of Face Friday. I've decided to start a little series on my channel just to talk about makeup. When I started this channel a couple years ago, I started it with the goal to be lifestyle and beauty, and I've kind of been getting away from the beauty these past couple years, and I really want to get back into it. And I keep saying every time I get like a new product, I'm like, I'm gonna review it for you guys, I'm gonna review it for you guys, and then I never do. So I've decided that on Fridays I'm going to start reviewing products and doing get ready with me's, just doing basically all the beauty videos I usually do. Just, you know, make a goal to do one every single Friday. That way, you know, I can just like get back to talking about makeup, which is something that I love to do. So today I'm going to review these Beauty Bakerie products. I got these back in February. I've been using them and I love them both so much. It's the Beauty Bakerie Cake Mix Demi-Matte Foundation and the Beauty Bakerie flower setting powder, and I love both of these, and I kept them both in their packaging because the packaging is so cute. The foundation opens up like this. You can see the foundation. There's a little fake mirror, and then you can slide it out right here. And then the flower setting powder looks like it's in a little flower bag, but then it's just a, you know, typical setting powder container. So I'm going to you know, just talk about these while I use them for today's first installment of Face Friday. So let's see, I use the color number 45 in their foundation, and the first thing I want to say about their foundation is their foundation like match finder on their website is seriously phenomenal. So basically you can just go on their website, and if you don't know what shade you are in their foundation, you can go onto their, like, it's basically a list that compares their foundation to shades of a bunch of other different foundations. And so if you know your shade in another foundation, like if you know your shade in a NARS foundation, for example, you can go onto that list, find your color in a NARS foundation, and then it'll say what you are in Beauty Bakerie's colors, which I absolutely love. It made finding a foundation color super simple. This is also a demi-matte foundation, which I really like because I have dry skin, so matte foundations don't really work for me because they just make my skin look more dry. But at the same time, I personally don't always like the feeling of a dewy foundation on my face. It just feels sticky and really uncomfortable. So whenever I wear a dewy foundation, I end up setting it with a lot of setting powder just to make it more comfortable. But because this is a demi-matte, it's like literally the perfect consistency. You know, especially if you're like me and you need something that's like in between, you know, it's not super drying like a matte foundation would be, but it's not sticky like a dewy foundation. So I love that about this. One thing that I don't know if you guys have noticed in like past videos, but I always have a hard time putting foundation around my nose ring because I never want to get it like on my actual piercing. So there we go. I would say it's medium coverage, which again is what I like. That's what I typically go for. And there we go. That's what it looks like. So I definitely love this. Plus even the packaging, like I just love the gold. Look at everything, is just like so, you know, uniform and put together, and these would be so cute like sitting on your vanity. But again, I like am obsessed with the outer, like the box packaging, that I keep it in there. But even if you wanted to like get rid of that, this packaging, so cute, super uniform. I have not tried their concealer. They have a concealer But when I purchased these, the concealer was sold out in my shade and I just never got around to getting it. I'm going to use this L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear concealer. And just blend this in super, super quick before I put on some setting powder. And then onto the flower setting powder. First of all, just the idea, the concept of a flower setting powder is just super cute. This is what I don't know if you can see. The sifter is like on the bottom and you can twist this to prevent stuff from falling out, which I love because that's actually a problem I have with a lot of setting powders is there's not like a thing to cover the sifter, and so when the lid's on it, I'll open it and a bunch of powder comes flying out. So I really like that there's that on the packaging, but also what I like about this setting powder is it's not too heavy, because I have a couple setting powders that are just way too heavy. They're way uncomfortable on the face. And this one's just really light and airy. Now, I don't cake my face, again, because I have dry skin and it just amplifies the dryness. It makes my skin look super flaky and gross. So I just like to dust some on my skin. I don't have problem with flashback like some setting powders. And yeah, I guess that's really all I have to say about it. I don't know what else to say about a setting powder, because like what other problems do people have with setting powders? I feel like flashback and heaviness are the two problems that I have. I guess scent. I do have some setting powders that smell really bad. This one has a 0 scent whatsoever. And I think that's really it that I need to really comment on. And they also, this comes in, I just have the translucent, but this comes in a bunch of shades, and they recently, like within the past couple months, released a bunch of new shades in this setting powder. So if translucent isn't for you, or if you have a darker skin tone, then they have a bunch of different options. So that's really awesome of them. That's another thing that I think Beauty Bakerie is really like well known for, is their inclusivity. I know that their foundation, they have a very wide range of foundations, and they've had a wide range of foundations before it was like popular to start doing it. They actually, you know how most brands, when they number their foundations, they'll do the lightest shades first and go darker. Beauty Bakerie is the opposite. Their darkest shades are the smaller numbers, and then it goes, well, I guess I'm doing the wrong hand movements, and then it goes up to the lighter shades. And so that way Black women and women with darker skin tones aren't, well, not just women, men as well, aren't, you know, pushed to the back and kind of like left as an afterthought, like with a lot of foundations. So that's like what really got them popular. So just like their inclusivity is like one big reason to support them. It's also a Black owned business. I actually follow the CEO on Instagram, and I really like her personality a lot. She's just, I always watch through her stories, and she's just a super fun person. She's also a single mother and a cancer survivor. So I think that's like a big reason why Beauty Bakerie got, can you hear my freaking kids in the background? Anyways, that's a big reason, like how I found out about Beauty Bakerie. And then just like their super cute packaging and clever ideas for palettes and like flower setting powder. That's so cute. It's just another, it's just like icing on the cake. Get it? Beauty Bakerie, to buy the products. So I think that's really it I wanted to say about the foundation and setting powder. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my makeup because my kids are obviously getting rambunctious. So that is it for today's Face Friday. I'm gonna go finish up my makeup and deal with my kids. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.